Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. Today, I'm doing the best that I can. So what you saw on that footage is us hauling water in jugs from the house, bringing it to the tunnel to try and water the plants. At this point, and no, we still don't have water for the update. So what we're doing is just doing the best that we can. We did bring a 5-gallon bucket down here. I had already come down here and started because I can't carry the 5-gallon bucket full of water. So I was just bringing the jugs because we're also on the way to go fill up and get water from the utility office. So every day they let you come and bring your buckets, your troughs, your containers or whatever and fill up water. And so we've been doing that every day so that we have water daily to flush the toilets and all that good stuff. So before my husband goes down there to pick up today's supply of water, I wanted to go ahead and try to water the tunnel as much as possible. So that way we can just take everything empty that we have, fill up again for the weekend. I don't think they're open. I don't think they're open on Saturdays. I think they may open again on Sunday. So we're trying to get as much water as we can. The main thing is enough to flush the toilets. We have plenty of bottled water to drink, to use for cooking. We have a water filter system and all that good stuff. So anyway, that's what we're doing. So when I came out to the so in terms of the weather today, it's 65 degrees. It is quite warm. And when I came to the tunnel, it was 107 in here. So I had to open up both things, and I even rolled up one of the sides to kind of bleed off some of the heat. The plants look okay. They don't look dead. So that is a blessing. I know that God has sustained. At this point, they have been pretty much, I think, 12 days without water. So we're right at 2 weeks. So we're going to get them a drink of water, and I thought I'd take you along with me. So we're starting with the smaller jugs, putting them into the watering cans. The watering cans are 2.5 gallons each.
Oh, not
so
1 gallon. This is 2.5.
We're taking the water jugs and filling up the water cans, and then we'll take the watering cans around and fill up, not fill up, but we'll go ahead and water the crops as best as we can. So this is back to definitely a very manual way of doing it. So you can see my husband here is watering the lettuce bed. Overall, the lettuce still looks good. The ground is really, really dry. So this watering can is a 2.5 gallon thing. Have you done the whole bed?
I got just a few more places, but mostly.
So as you guys can see, it's gonna take quite a bit to get all this done. So we're gonna get to it. Okay, guys. We need a lot of water. So we just did 3 of these, which is 2.5 gallons each. So that is, oh, Lord have mercy. What is that? My brain cannot function. We did 3 of these. So that's 9, I think. 8, somewhere along in there. That filled up 1, 2, 3.5 beds. I still have, let's see, 2 beds to go, plus all of the stuff that's back there. So we have 2 more of these, which are, I think, 64 ounces or half a gallon or a gallon. I don't know. Just go with me. We have, I think, 4 more of these jugs left and 1 5-gallon bucket. So if we have enough, it's going to be barely enough. But at this point, I'm going to have to prioritize what gets water and what doesn't. Which I've never had to do before. And I can imagine if I had livestock, there's plenty of people in the county, I've seen them on the Facebook group and all of that, trying to come fill up troughs and stuff for their cattle, their livestock, so that they have water to drink. There's 2 places. I'm looking at my dogs. There is some water on like the ground. That's another reason I couldn't even pull closer to the tunnel. It's been raining nonstop all week long, like buckets of rain. Which if we had a functioning rain barrel, I could at least have captured the rainwater. But the rain barrel that we had in the house, we're using that. We had snow packed down in there. The snow melted. We've been using that to help flush toilets as well. And it gets so heavy, it's hard to move. So we had to wait until it decreases so that we can actually move it out of the house. And there was no way we could have gotten it out of the house with 55 gallons full and brought it down here. So we didn't get a chance to capture rainwater because it was already full of snow. It's not scheduled to rain today. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow. So maybe I can put some buckets out tomorrow. And I'm not necessarily running out of buckets, but I think right now we're on a rotation of 8 to 10 5-gallon buckets every day, going to get them filled and enough to flush toilets and just, you know, do all the things, right? I see my dogs, they see some water on the ground and they're lapping it up, and I'm like, you go for it. Like, get that water that you see because I am struggling on the waterfront. So I may have to prioritize. Like, I have a bed that had my parsley in it. The parsley does not look good. It was already not looking good because of the hard freeze that we had. So if it gets water today, it's going to be the last one. I think if it had water, it may bounce back, but it's not going to get water until I know that I have enough for the stuff that actually is alive. And so if you're brand new here, let me just catch you up. I live in Tennessee in zone 7B. Like most of the people in the United States, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of people in the United States, we had a winter storm. We got 10 inches of snow, which is really unheard of in this area, and we've been without water. This is day 9. So it has been challenging to say the least, and every day I keep hoping. I go to the faucet, I'm like, come on, you can do this. Not even air comes out, y'all. Like, it is just dry. And so today was the day that I had to do something to feed my plants, or else they were going to continue to suffer. So anyway, that's what we're doing. There's a bee. Don't need to get stung right now. So basically we're just doing the best that we can. Okay. I'm out of water. I didn't get done. My husband just went up to the house. He thinks that there's another 5-gallon bucket up there, maybe 2, that's in the hallway that was full. So before we go get water from the county, we make sure that every toilet is flushed, and we pour all the water in, of course, to get another flush, and to make sure that every toilet is filled so that we can take as many empty buckets as we can to the place. We're kind of just starting from ground zero. So he thinks that after he filled up all the bathrooms, flushed them and filled them up. And y'all, I apologize. I feel like I can't get my words out, and it's just probably because I'm mentally tired. But after he got everything flushed and filled up, he thinks there may be 1 or 2 buckets at the house that are full. So he's gonna go up there and check and see. Okay, I see him with 2 buckets. So he's on his way back down here. I see him putting 2 buckets in his truck. So that should be enough to at least finish up the collard greens and the kale. So let me take you around while we're waiting on him and show you what got watered and what is not going to get watered today. You saw the lettuce bed, and again, we're hand watering, so we are watering just the plant. So the part that don't have a plant, not getting any water. You can see I have a couple of dead lettuces that need to be pulled out that just were frostbitten, but for the most part, all of it survived. So that got watered. Then we have the spinach that got water. There's only 4 plants in there, so we got that a little bit of water. And then we have the collard greens here that got some water. This section here with my flowers looks pretty pitiful. Some of them, they were really dry and wilted, versus the other bed looks a little bit more lively. So I did water that because y'all know flowers bring me joy. So, and that was before I thought I wasn't gonna have enough water. So they did get some water as well. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 more buckets, which those are 5 gallons a piece. So that's 10 gallons. So we're gonna put those in the watering can and we'll officially be done. So this bed here with the kale, again, I was able to water that. Some of it, I would say the spinach looks really good. 70% of the kale looks good. There's a couple in the back that look a little wimpy, but I'll see with water if they'll bounce back. So this bed here is where I had seeded the whole bed with carrots that did not germinate before the frost. And of course, they still haven't germinated. I'm not gonna even water this bed. I'm just gonna have to start over. The parsley, I'm not gonna water that. It looks pretty pitiful. And again, if for some reason I have some excess water left over, which I don't think I will, I'll water it, but otherwise, I think that's just gonna be done. It's not gonna get a chance to make it. And then this bed here, I didn't water. I'm saving that to last. These are carrots that have been the same size for a long time. So I'm not sure that they are growing as well. I'm not sure when I had the vole issue, if the bottoms of the roots got eaten, I don't know, but that's gonna be last. And this eucalyptus plant here looks half dead. I'm not gonna worry about that as well. If that has to come out and this whole bed has to be restarted, then so be it. But that's gonna be the last. That's not the priority. So the priority now is to finish up the second row all the way to the wall. So my husband's gonna go down and water that. I'm gonna get the other watering can and see if we can make the whole row. And then the row to the left of that, I got halfway, so that the other half needs to be done. And then the kale here needs to be done. Those are the priority. I got a few collards way back in the back in the corner. I got some collards back there. They look meh, so don't worry about those. Okay, y'all, we've done all we can do, and we have done the best that we can. Everything that was alive-ish got water. The parts that I showed you that was not going to get water, they didn't get water. And that's just what it is. So we're trying to preserve, maintain, and keep what we can, and that has the most promise. So that's what it is today, y'all. So thank you for joining me in the garden today as we watered, showing you real life. This is what happens if you don't have water and you still got to take care of your plants. It's not the preferred way, but it is a way. So remember, gardening is a journey. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time.